everyone, thanks for tuning into F1 Podcast. As always, you're joined by Max and Pep. And mate, we've been looking forward to Hockenheim this week, building up for the race this weekend. How are you feeling, Max?
Mate, I'm feeling really good, and guten Tag, all my German friends out there. Yeah, mate, I love Hockenheim. It's a great circuit. It's a free-flowing circuit with its good straight. It's got some nice corners in it. A bit of twisty business here at the stadium end.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Hockenheim circuit, and we've actually already recorded some laps, so we'll actually load those videos that video after this.
Don't take anything out of our laps though, as usual. Pep does a pretty good lap actually. I thought you did pretty good.
We did okay, yeah. It was alright.
It was alright.
It's been a while since we've recorded a video like that for good reason. But anyway, mate, moving on to Hockenheim. During this week, most of the news has been about driver movements. First of all, there was Ross Brawn coming out about Rubens and Jensen staying for next year. Mm-hmm. Also Nico Rosberg, some conversations about his future, and also Heikki. So, you know, I think once DC announced his retirement, it was inevitable, and it's that time of year as well, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, exactly. It's July, and traditionally this is the time of season, mate, that all of this driver movements comes to the fore.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a surprise for anyone, but some interesting comments about from Ross Brawn saying that we haven't signed either driver for next year. What I get out of that is Rubens Barrichello may very well have another season in F1, mate. But yeah, we'll see.
I was surprised, mate. I logged onto the internet and there it was, Ross saying that they were, saying a plain answer, yes, they'll be staying. I wasn't surprised about Jensen, but I honestly thought that this would be like Rubens' last season, and I can see why Ross saying that they haven't got the car, they haven't really got the package to get a better driver, and I guess Rubens is going to have one more year, mate.
Yeah, well, Nick Fry turned around the other day and said that we haven't given either driver the car yet to show their true potential. Okay, that may well be fine, and the argument could be made that you're only as good as your last race, and Rubens in the last race came third. That certainly didn't do him any harm for his prospects for next year, but I thought it was a pretty interesting call from Nick Fry in particular to say, oh well, we've got no reason to change our drivers for next year. They're both doing a great job.
Yeah, and also Nico Rosberg, all sorts of rumours about him this week, whether he'll leave Williams. I think it's inevitable that he will.
Well, he's not happy there, is he?
And it's not, all of the pundits out there, Max, the pundits, they say that Nico's got it, and so if Williams are delivering at least regular podiums, I can see why he would want to go. It doesn't surprise me at all. There's talk of him leaving. As to which team, who knows?
And nor should there be any surprise that Nico's, he wants a championship-winning car, as most, if not all, Formula 1 drivers do. I think all of them do. And he's just not getting that from Team Willie, unfortunately, at the moment. Started off the season pretty well, but I think we all knew that Williams' development over the year would diminish, as it did, compared to their opposition, of course. And it's just very disappointing. Nico Rosberg is a good driver. He's proven that in the past, and he's proven that this year as well, but unfortunately in uncompetitive machinery, you're not going to let your true colours shine, I suppose.
Yeah. And what about Heikki? I just read this in the last couple of days that McLaren are talking about keeping him for next year. He hasn't won a race yet, obviously. He's been warming into the McLaren seat. It's taken him a little while.
Yeah, but he started to become good.
Starting to get good, yeah.
This part of the season, I think he realises what he's up against, and he's learnt and he's developed. Very shrewd driver, and I think we're finding now that Heikki's just coming into his own.
Yeah.
So I look for good things for him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I can see McLaren wanting a little bit more continuity and not switching drivers too often. So Heikki may be okay there, and it'll all be confirmed, of course, very soon, because I reckon most of the drivers will be stitched up within a month or so.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah. All right, mate. Let's move on to qualifying for Hockenheim. We've got Lewis on pole. He's got a bit of momentum lately, I reckon. Lewis seems to be doing pretty well after a great race last time around, and he's got the pole. And qualifying for me, mate, was pretty. Yeah, there wasn't too many surprises, I've got to say. I guess I thought the Ferraris might do a little bit better. Webber was up there, of course. Max?
Yeah, Webber's done well, but I was really surprised that Kimi came 6th, or qualified 6th. To me, at the moment, McLaren seem to have a bit of the ascendancy.
They do, yeah.
That car is being developed at a rate of knots, as is the Ferrari, of course. But McLaren, to me, at the moment, just seem to have the edge on Ferrari. Felipe Massa did very well to qualify 2nd, no doubt about that. And good to see Heikki up there, you know, on the 2nd row. But I'm a little bit concerned at the moment about Ferrari. There's something to me that's just not gelling right. And
mate, I agree with you. Look, sorry to interrupt, but looking at the Ferrari in qualifying, it just wasn't bolted to the road at all. It was really
skittish.
Yeah, it was.
Kimi
yeah.
in particular.
Kimi in particular, yeah. Yeah, so the Ferrari wasn't a perfect package, but Trulli was up there again. Max, he's another one who seems to be performing really well lately. Much better than Timo. Good to see Trulli up there, mate. Oh,
he's jumping out of his skin. He's doing really well this season, and I think Toyota would be extremely pleased to see Jarno up there. And let's face it, he qualified ahead of a 2-time world champion.
Yeah, he did.
He did Alonso.
Yeah.
What do you think about Alonso, mate? Qualifying in fifth spot. Bit of a tricky fuel load, do you think, mate? Or do you think
Alonso's one of those ones like Webber, I think, where there's a lot of banter about what fuel load he would be on. And, you know, Alonso's slowly getting that Renault up the grid race by race. And you'd expect that from Fernando. But he's still in the Red Bull, Toyota kind of BMW realm. We'll see.
I think he's light. I think the Renault's light. I'll say it now. But I don't discount Fernando's terrific driving. He put the thing in 5th, and I'm a big Fernando Alonso fan, as I'm sure you all know. But yeah, I think that sucker's running light. I'm not so sure about the Toyota though, and that's what's causing me a lot of drama, mate. Toyota qualified 4th. Are they light? Are they not? They've shown a lot of pace lately.
Yeah, they have.
We'll see. I guess we'll find out really soon.
So Max, let's talk about our tips. And I've got to say, from the last episode where I tipped Massa to win the race, and the guy was off all over the place and finished last.
In a car that was undrivable, I might say, but yeah, go on.
It just shows my tipping prowess, Max, which is 0, so really don't listen to my tips, but...
ignore him.
At the end of the day, I think that Lewis is going to win the race. I really think that Lewis is on a bit of a roll at the moment.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I think he's got the right car to win the race, so I'm expecting Lewis to win the race from Kimi. And I was trying to think for the podium, the rest of the podium, I'm expecting another sort of shock. Not a shock, Max, but another sort of upset.
Ant Davidson has left, right? He's not racing anymore. You can't pick him.
So I'm going to choose Alonso to get on the podium and, you know, cause a little bit of a stir.
Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, like it'd be a nice story for the podium. So that's my tips, mate.
Sure. All right. What about for P3?
Alonso.
Alonso 3.
Yeah, I got Alonso for P3.
Who'd you pick for P2?
I tipped Kimi.
Kimi.
Yeah, Lewis to beat Kimi.
Alright, okay, well I've gone with my esteemed colleague here to my left. I picked Lewis Hamilton to come first. I think, as I said earlier, McLaren's on the ascendancy, so it wouldn't surprise me to see Lewis just scoot away. The car is obviously suited to Hockenheim, so I think he'll do very, very well. I picked Heikki Kovalainen to leapfrog Felipe Massa. And I picked a McLaren 1-2, I should say. I think Heikki is developing as a driver very, very quickly, and I think he'll put in a great race. If McLaren get their strategy right, and they haven't done too much wrong so far, I think we'll see McLaren in a 1-2. Bit of a speculator maybe, but there you have it. And I picked Felipe Massa to come home in P3. Again, a lot of this is down to strategy, I guess, but I still think Felipe is driving out of his skin at the moment, and I still think he deserves a podium.
Alright guys, well that's our tips. Let us know what you think. We'll have this video up just before the race. And I'm also tipping a first corner incident, Max.
A first corner incident?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
There hasn't been one in a while, so I think the odds are on.
We demand one.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Okay, bye.